What is it? So long. Got... In for me?
Hello, Captain.
I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Feel like making...
Welcome to Newell's. Let me know if you need help with anything. Oh my, do I? That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security. He runs Sieghart's Outfitters. It's right outside the spaceport terminal. I suppose you could say he's our only real competition. If you ask me, he isn't such a terrible person. Please don't tell James I said that. For protection, I assume. They apparently target certain businesses with some type of safety assurance fee scheme. We've been spared that indignity so far, but it's absolutely disgraceful this kind of thing is happening. It's a little group James formed, with some of the other vendors on Neon. I'd call it more of a support group, because all they do is sit around and complain about how hard it is to run a business here. I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him. It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. I can't afford to fight back like my husband expects. I have no idea. Anytime the subject comes up, it turns into an argument. Frankly, he's so obsessed with this Dietrich situation, I don't think he's listening to me at all. Well, thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our store and offered to help. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do? Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist. James and I used to work on the Chasm Bass line at Xenofresh. We didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftovers. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I find James inside a storage vat, up to his shoulders in stinky fish guts, and blind as a bat. The gut got in his eyes, you see. I had to walk him to the showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, he turned bright red. After the shift ended, we went out for a Terra Brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Better times. Better times. Please, we have a lot to offer. Thank you for stopping by. Poor James. Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong. Stop by again soon.
Line of equipment and accessories for all your hectic needs.
You want to head to Euphorica after work tonight?
I'm feeling a little burnt out.
I have plenty of supplies for your next expedition
How
in
about some of the
stock.
rooftops?
Welcome to Sickhart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you
I'll
don't
bring
need
the
it.
vent, you bring the chunks.
It's a date.
The question should really be, what don't we sell? We carry a wide assortment of equipment perfectly suitable for stellar exploration and extraplanetary excursions. Best selection in Neon. I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Am I? Forgive me. I tend to forget how annoying that can be. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical. Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off-putting, I know. I picked up the habit from my mother. She was an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly wherever she traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease paying these exorbitant fees. Sure, and going in, I expected it to be expensive. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something? Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon Security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood. Easy for him to say, he doesn't have my debts. If I don't pay Dexler, I might lose my inventory. And if I lose my inventory, I'll lose my store. All right. Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage. You won't be disappointed. We can, but I still don't see why I should join the Merchants Alliance when my business is at stake. It's fine in theory, but this isn't New Atlantis. It's Neon. Corruption is an institution here. What can a single alliance do to stop what's built into the foundation? I don't want to seem like a defeatist, but frankly, it feels like a waste of time. Really? I didn't know that, but I suppose they used to treat me with respect, until I started paying the protection. But they have to understand, I could lose my business if I don't pay Dexler's fees. And why is that? It starts and ends with Bayou. And Dexler works for him. You're so persistent, this might actually work. I don't. The man is as corrupt as they come, and that's saying something, given where we are. I know it is, and my dear mother would be angry with some of the choices I've made. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
Their shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before he gets shot.
Check. Neuroamps?
Hey there. If you have a moment, say hello to my wife, Rosa. The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me. I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city. Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was... talk to him? Meanwhile, I was so damn stubborn, I made this whole thing harder than it had to be.
Given you almost went blind, working with half a kilo of fish guts in your eye. Yeah, I'd agree.
And I'd still be wandering around that storage vat helpless, if not for you. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start.
Neuroamps? Oh yeah, boost packs. Got those too.
Our trained and certified physicians are qualified to...
What? What can Reliant Medical do for you?
Hey there. Got the shake.
Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. All right. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
My whole body feels like it's crumbling.
Yeah. Coming down.
Unfortunately, yes. You see, the more Aurora that a user absorbs, the more resistance their body builds up to its active ingredients. That means the user needs larger and larger doses in order to feel its full effect. Eventually, the doses get so incredibly large, the user's nervous system simply can't handle the overload. That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies. I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic. I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the highest levels. Ugh. So aggravating. Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volii system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know. I'm sure I have something I can spare. That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. There's nothing to worry about. As long as packages aren't coming off a commercial vessel, the authorities won't scan them. That's why this has to be done slowly and methodically. If I get too much all at once, they'll catch on to my scheme. I use the proceeds from my paying customers, and by cutting a few expenses here and there, I'm able to use a bit of my own money. It's not a bother, really. The cots here at the facility are actually quite comfortable. Don't worry about me. You just watch yourself. Administrator Bayou doesn't like people that rock the boat, if you catch my meaning. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside. Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted. People who have been using for, say, 2 years or less, I've been able to put through a full detoxification program successfully. But there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives, and I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed. We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since. Try not to get hurt out there.
Insertion completed. Nice jump. We're right on target.
Welcome to the clinic. If you have a medical emergency, please use priority docking.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Don't feel in need of service, Captain.
Are you here for a procedure? Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship. Sorry, I can't do that. This is the most I can give you without drawing suspicion. You know how it is. I haven't agreed to anything yet. Maybe so. I'm still willing to talk. Oh, I really shouldn't do this. If the clinic finds out... All right, you win. You're very persuasive. I can throw in a few extra supplies, but I'm not going to make this a regular thing, okay? They'll be loaded onto your ship.
What?
Yes?
Nice. Clean set. There.
Keep moving. The scanners won't hurt you.
I'm not saying this thing. We've got you covered.
can Reliant Medical do for you?
Fantastic. That'll really help out around here. Thanks for everything. These supplies will be put to good use. Here, take this. I threw in a bit extra for you, since you really came through for me.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Polo. Your original board. Never look in the mirror and wish.
If my ship goes long again, my girls will find me.
Scram, I'm on duty.
Lovely day for it. Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh, my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. I'm not sure. I think he's afraid that I won't be here, and he'll have to deal with my father. Someone who has a lot less patience than I do. Just a few weeks ago, he paid some poor fella to come up here and request a bit more time to pay back his debt. So I snapped at you like that. I thought he'd done it again. That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. If only you knew. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltkor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. Niall? Oh, he's the CEO of Keltcorp. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years. Truth is, he tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you. We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you. Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man. Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
Mania Adams was looking for someone discreet for a job. Apparently, I don't.
Galbank ATMs are spread throughout the settled system. Each of our marinas is a rarefied air above the scum and life.
Looking for the young, bright
You want to see how short my temper is?
Good day, Captain.
Not interested.
See? I told you.
my friend.
Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
You're under arrest.
Why would
No
someone
sudden
open a
moves.
mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more...
Smart move. Now come along with us. We'll take any contraband and stolen property, and you'll be free to go.
Be careful if you run into the big picture. Keep it moving.
Welcome off-world Earth to the Hotel Bulldog.
Here at Reliant Medical, we've got
Don't make my job any harder.
It's a wonderful day, my friend. Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face. I'm afraid it is. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day. That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose. You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend. Bless you. I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business, and you were the final element that was missing. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group. Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we failed. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust. In the meantime, we will refer people to each other's shops, perhaps even promote sales together. It would benefit us all. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please, let me know. It was good of you to stop by, my friend.
Yeah? What do you want? If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them. My store, my rules. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. He runs our, complaints department. That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint removal. You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you. Huh. I'm glad you see Styx as more than just a possession. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself a warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica. Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes with me and the Styx. I don't need any handouts. I'll pass. Styx, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, boost packs.
You should have seen. Just want to say again, I'm grateful for the help you gave. Getting Dietrich to stop those payments. Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. You might be onto something here. Thanks for bringing this to me. Much better, thanks for asking. I don't exactly know what you said to Dietrich, but he's certainly turned everything around. He's really stepped up and taken an active role in fighting Neon Security's corruption. He's even organizing the merchants' meetings with me. Best of all, I think we've become good friends. Which is a rare thing to come across in this city, I can tell you that. Thanks for stopping by our shop. I had to chase more stuff.
Hey there.
Apply today. The nearest Neo facility. Ready to make your ultimate discovery?
Hello there! Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. Business could always be better. I'll take that. Remember to steer clear of Neon Security. They're up.
It's a dangerous galaxy.
looking well today. You and Abby really pulled through for me. I wouldn't mind a bit of extra traffic as long as the supplies allow for it. A few extra credits never hurt. If you need help, remember Reliant.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Volai. Your home away from home here.
I really don't know if I can do this.
Our beds are comfortable and affordable. And
We have choice accommodations at reasonable prices.
almost guaranteed. So go out, have your fun, live your best life. We'll be here when you're ready.
Are you here to book a room? Oh, thanks. I'll definitely give this some thought. It couldn't hurt. Remember, we always... It's nice to see you today. To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayou and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks. Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights, I might let you in on my secret. For now, it'll just have to remain a mystery. Sorry. I just need some time to see if I can trust you. I'm sure you understand. Enjoy your visit to Neon.
They do say the hardest part is showing up.
Things going.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for
Each of our unique Starship models is expertly...
What can I answer for you? On behalf of Stroud Eklund, I'd like to welcome you to our showroom today. Our company prides itself as the industry leader in spacecraft production. We use groundbreaking technology to give us a significant advantage over our competitors. You can configure your desired spacecraft at any one of our conveniently located kiosks. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Feel free to have a look around our showroom. I'll be right here if you need me. Cross-promotion? I don't think we need it, but I'll give it a look anyway. May all your journeys be safe ones.
Sophistication and space.
Submit your application now to the nearest kiosk.
Take it easy.
Let me know if you need any assistance with the flyers. Ah! Thank you so much, my friend. I believe that this will be a great boon for my business. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. It is not often to see such kindness here in Neon. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.